solar wind, and some big flare activity maybe just around the corner. Those stories and more in the spotlight. Space weather.
This was just posted 20 some hours ago, and I activated MEFE 2 days ago and programmed it for a more moderate weather. Incidentally, last time that something like this happened, the results were delayed for 2 to 6 days or so. I'm hoping these flares are not as strong, and I posted on it on YouTube, on my timeline, and now I'm videotaping her YouTube video once more. She's explaining the different flares and which ones are going to hit the Earth, those two.
This filament is about to erupt right here. You'll see it whoosh, kind of right there. Yep, that is an Earth-directed solar storm as well. It's also a wispy solar storm, so that one is going to hit us later this week. And on top of that, it's going to be chased by some fast solar wind from this coronal hole. So aurora photographers, if you're at high latitudes, you're definitely going to be getting a show over the next couple days. And the aurora photographers at mid-latitudes, well, you might get a chance for a show as we move later in through the week. Now, taking a look at our solar storm conditions and aurora possibilities over the coming week, we are expecting to get that solar storm hit. Really, actually, we're getting it right now, and it's kind of getting us unsettled conditions because it's basically a wispy solar storm. But aurora photographers, if you're at high latitudes, you definitely could be getting a bit of a show. Plus, it's going to be chased by some fast solar wind, as you can see here. But we're only expecting up to about a 25% chance of a minor storm at high latitudes, so it's not going to be all that big a deal. But as we move to the latter part of this week, you're going to see minor storm conditions when that second solar storm hits Earth. And that's good news because you're going to get a better chance for some aurora shots. Plus, we're going to get a bit of a fast wind chaser, but that may not happen until the beginning of next week or the beginning of November, essentially. So you're definitely going to get a shot for some aurora, possibly through Halloween. It looks like you might just get a chance. Now, switching to our solar storm conditions at mid-latitudes, well, we are expecting a little bit of activity. We're kind of getting it right now. It's only going to be unsettled conditions with about a 10 to a 15% chance of active conditions over the next couple days because of the fast solar wind along with that wispy solar storm. And then when we hit the 29th, we should get a bit more activity from that second wispy solar storm that's going to hit Earth, and that's going to be followed by a fast wind chaser. And so aurora photographers, if you're at mid-latitudes, we could expect active conditions with up to about a 20% chance of minor storm conditions. And then as we move into Halloween and through the first of the month, we could get a little bit more activity. So, if you're dedicated, you could...
All I wanted to show is that there's a solar flare storm coming, but it's not as strong as the previous times. So that may affect the results of my guesstimate of MEFE based on the previous time when they had a solar storm and it delayed it. Thanks for watching.